Some minds never slow down, not because they are broken, but because they learned early that staying alert was safer than resting, safer than trusting, safer than letting go. Some people do not overthink because they are weak. They overthink because their mind learned that missing details could lead to pain. They learned that thinking ahead was protection, that preparation was safety. Overthinking is not loud panic. It is quiet repetition. It is the same thought, returning again and again, from different angles, in different forms. A mind that keeps asking, did I miss something? Did I misunderstand? Did I say too much? If you overthink everything, this is not about telling you to stop thinking, because you already tried that and it never worked, because the mind does not stop when it feels unsafe. Overthinking is not random. Psychologically, it is a survival response. Your brain is trying to predict outcomes, avoid mistakes, prevent embarrassment, prevent regret, prevent emotional pain. Before it happens, at some point in your life, thinking ahead became necessary. Maybe you learned early that mistakes had consequences, that silence could mean disapproval, that tone could change everything, that being unprepared meant criticism, distance, withdrawal, or disappointment. So your mind adapted. It learned to scan situations, to replay conversations, to analyze facial expressions, to read between words, to notice what was not said, to imagine every possible outcome. Not because you wanted control, but because you wanted safety. To ask, what if I missed something? What if they meant more? What if I misunderstood? What if this goes wrong? This is not weakness. This is pattern recognition. People who overthink are often deeply perceptive, emotionally aware, highly observant. They notice tone shifts, energy changes, pauses in speech, subtle emotional signals. Others overlook. Their mind connects dots quickly, sometimes too quickly, sometimes before the heart has time to rest. That is why moments replay long after they are over. A conversation returns at night. A look is re-examined. A sentence is reinterpreted. A silence is questioned. A small comment feels heavier, louder, more meaningful, not because it was big, but because the mind is asking, did this mean something? Did I miss the truth? Was there something underneath? Overthinking is rarely about the moment. It is about what the moment might mean, about what it could lead to, about what it might reveal beneath overthinking. There is often fear. Fear of misunderstanding, fear of rejection, fear of being seen incorrectly, fear of being remembered the wrong way. So the mind analyzes, dissects, revisits, replays, rewrites. But here is the paradox. The more you overthink, the less clarity you feel. Because thinking without emotional safety does not bring answers. It brings exhaustion. Overthinkers often look calm on the outside, composed, quiet, in control, but inside, their mind is rarely quiet. Rest does not feel restful. Silence does not feel peaceful. Even stillness feels active. Even downtime becomes mental work. And when people say you think too much, it feels dismissive, because overthinking was never a choice. It was a coping strategy. Many overthinkers learn to read the room. Before they learned how to rest, they learned to anticipate others' needs, to sense emotional shifts, to adjust themselves before problems appeared, not to control, but to keep peace. This is why just relax never works. The mind does not relax until it feels safe, and safety is not silence. It is understanding. The cost of overthinking is not just fatigue. It slowly creates self-doubt. Decisions are delayed. confidence weakens, intuition becomes quieter, trust in self fades, not because intelligence is lacking, but because too many possibilities are seen at once. Yet this same mind is also creative, reflective, deep, insightful. It imagines vividly, feels deeply, understands complexity. The problem is not depth, the problem is fear. Overthinking softens when safety grows, when you allow imperfection, when you stop interrogating every thought, when you let moments pass without dissecting them, when you trust that not everything needs an answer. Your mind does not need control, it needs reassurance. If you overthink everything, it does not mean there is something wrong with you. It means your mind learned to survive by staying alert. And now it is learning something new, that it is safe to rest, to pause, to let go, even for a moment.